We are here in Amsterdam with a great view over the canals. I see Amsterdam Central Station. I'm here joined by Lovejoy. Welcome in Amsterdam.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely. It's one of my favorite cities in the world.
Yeah, it's really cool over here. I came when I was about 3 or 4, and I haven't been since. I don't really remember it too well, but the sun is shining, the canals are out, it's beautiful.
I think Amsterdam has a campaign now to reject British tourists around your age. Are you here just to play shows? Because I need to check if you're going to drink or have some trouble here.
No, I'm not really much of a troublemaker. I'd say I was spent most of yesterday asleep. But, you know, who knows, after the show, I might go out on a rampage through Amsterdam, as it were.
Try the local Heinekens. Apparently they are so much better over here than they are in the UK, which I'm very much looking forward to trying. But yeah.
No comment. What is it with all the British people and Heineken?
Oh, God, I don't know. Mark, you're a beer drinker, aren't you?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of different beers in the UK, but depending on the pub you go to, they can taste horrible. So, like, Heineken's, like, across the board, just always pretty good. I think most people would probably agree with that, obviously. But
I'm sure the Dutch would love to hear that they're consistently above average.
Well, yeah, beer just tastes worse in the UK. I don't know what it is, especially the Guinness and stuff. Like, having been to Dublin, having like a proper.
There is actually an Instagram account called Shit London Guinness, I think, with all the worst pints in London.
Yeah, and they're stupidly overpriced in London as well. Sometimes £12 a pint, which is horrific.
What is the biggest trouble that happened during this tour? Because you're in Europe now for, I think, a week or 2?
Yeah, we have one more week, I think. Or about half a week, actually, 4 days.
Yeah, there's, just off the top of my head, Ash put all his underwear into one bag, and then on the connecting flight, they lost it. And so he had one pair of pants, like the ones he was wearing for the whole tour, so we had to buy him some more.
And all of his money as well.
Oh, yeah.
And, he converted a bunch of money and made fun of us for not converting our money as well, because he got a bunch of Polish zloty and then just put it all in one bag. It got left on a plane forever, so it's gone now.
It's gone, yeah. And his Polaroid camera was in there and all that. It was, yeah.
But it's still fun to tour this.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, 100%.
It's a dream come true, honestly. Yeah.
I think this is the biggest goal for a band, to play abroad. You played a lot in the UK and in America as well, but now this is Europe. Is there any difference between the shows in the US, UK, over here?
Yeah, the crowds are like wildly different depending on where you go. Not necessarily good versus bad, but definitely like an energy difference, and I don't know, it's the way they cheer in a weird way as well. Like there's the sort of partier atmosphere. There's more the oh my god, I've been waiting to hear these songs for ages kind of atmosphere. It definitely is reflected in the crowds.
But it's crazy as well, because you started as a band during the pandemic, during the lockdown, and you were stuck at home. There was no reaction in real. You didn't see who your fans are, and now they're in front of you. How was the first moment after the lockdown you went on stage?
That was a very weird moment, seeing, because obviously we had a lot of streams and a lot of listeners, but I couldn't personally put that number to like even comprehend how many people that would be in real life. So then to play like a sold out, even if it was just like a 200 cap venue, seeing them all there, but also all knew every single word, and the energy, the excitement to finally be able to see us, it was such a good show. One of the sweatiest ones we've ever done.
Where was that gig?
That was the first official one, was at the Hope and Ruin. But we actually,
in Brighton.
In Brighton, yeah. But we had some pseudo gigs that we did under a fake name.
Really?
Yeah, to try and sort of get our feet in the whole playing live, things we'd never done it before. And that was the first one that got sold out when they figured out who we were, because people started buying out tickets to every unknown band in Brighton, just thinking it might be us.
So they have to have seen a lot of crap as well, I think.
I don't know about crap.
Probably some really good bands, though. Probably some really
better
good
than us.
Ones.
Yeah, a lot of them,
especially at that point.
But our first one that was like sold out and people were kind of like, oh, we think this might be Lovejoy, was at Brighton Electric, which was, funnily enough, where we recorded our first EP. So it's a full circle.
Yeah,
what was the fake name? Can you tell us?
Of course, Ouija Board Madness was what we went under.
That's a real fake name, yeah.
Don't think anyone would be called that, genuinely. So
we've had a few other fake names, but yeah,
Ouija Board
Madness was some of the best ones.
Can you tell me the fake names?
We also had Asbo Barbecue, because we got a we got in trouble for
barbecues on the beach. So
we got a fine for having a barbecue on the beach the day that it went out. But yeah, no, not great. But it's only like
Brighton is a great city to play in. I'm there every year for the Great Escape, the showcase festival. How many shows can you play a city over there? Because they have so many venues. You can play there every night if you like.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely every night for a week.
yeah, easily.
And you'd have easily like thousands cap after that. But yeah, Brighton's a very eclectic city for music, and I'm really humbled that I got to live in a place that, you know, where everyone seems to be chasing the same dream as me.
But I don't think you played the Great Escape with this band, Lovejoy. That's a past stadium, right?
Ooh. We did with our pseudonym, Lamp with Sock.
When?
May 7th, I believe, last year. Yeah, it was our first gig. We haven't even been playing a year yet, so
maybe I've seen you under that fake name, because I were there in Brighton last year as well.
Were you? We were at the Unbarred Brewery, just by the station.
Holy fuck. Maybe I were there. Yeah. I know the place.
We played at 11 a.m., so I think we had a crowd. We had a crowd of about 12.
Yeah,
so
it was just friends like at that point.
But that's how you need to learn to play shows, because when you're stuck at home, you don't know what it is to play live, and it's crazy what is happening now, because you play in Amsterdam here in a room for I think 600 people or so, and still 2,000 people are waiting to get in. How is that feeling?
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Overwhelming. It's almost like you were saying, because we were starting COVID. It's kind of it's almost validating that it's like, okay, this is real. This isn't just numbers on a screen. This is a real thing that we're actually having an impact on. But at the same time, I'm like, I wish I could just play like somewhere huge. I wish, obviously, I'd never want to just sell out and play arenas all my life. But like, if I could just get everyone into one big room, that would be perfect. I'd love that. I want everyone to have seen us, and everyone who wants to see us, of course. Not everyone. That would be kind of overwhelming, I think. Not sure the people of Papua New Guinea would feel if I brought everyone into a stadium. But yeah, like I want everyone who could see us to come see us. And yeah.
But I gave away tickets to every big band in the world now, and the amount of reactions I got when I gave away tickets to your show was incredible. I never had it before, so that must be overwhelming indeed. Yeah, as well, when I look at your Instagram, 712,000 followers, 5 million followers.
Yeah, it's big, scary numbers, and to put those faces into that like crowd is really humbling.
But how does it work on your Instagrams now? Because can you see every DM? Do you post it yourself? Because it's huge.
Yeah, I do all the posting. Yeah, we all post individually. We don't check DMs, unfortunately, to hear for a lot of people, because a lot of it is just people begging for tickets mostly, which I can't really help with when they've been already sold. But yeah, we do all the posting ourselves. Ash runs the live account. I run the main we have Seb, who does the sort of helping hand on that. The Instagram for our 6 posts have all been me. I've done all 6 of those. But yeah, I feel like I come from a world where it's a very instant feedback with your audience. So it's been very difficult for me to hand over those things to someone else. Like, this is kind of like my world almost. So I feel like I've struggled to let go of that. But
yeah, I wouldn't trust anyone else other than you to do it though, mate. You've done such a great job with it.
I don't know. There's definitely people that could do it better than me. I think 6 posts on Instagram isn't enough.
Maybe we'll make a 7th at some point. Who knows?
Tonight you played a sold-out show here in Amsterdam. People who have never ever seen you before, and that I think a lot of people have never seen you before. What can we expect from a show from Lovejoy?
Sweat. Like, we're all going to be very tired by the end of it. I think loud music, good tunes, flashing lights. It's going to be good.
Expect to have a room of people singing along to the melodies of the instruments more than the actual lyrics themselves.
They do love that. Yeah.
Can you hear yourself with all the screaming people in the audience?
We didn't used to be able to, actually, funnily enough. Yeah. I used to blow out my voice every gig because I was trying to hear myself over the sound of the crowd. But now we have these little in-ear monitors, and it feels weird. The first gig we played, I felt sad because I couldn't hear anything that was being said back to me. So now we've set up a little mic on the stage to feed back the crowd's noise into our ears, so that we can keep hearing that excitement that we were hearing before.
If you walk on without your earplugs in, though, it is deafening how loudly they scream. It's incredible. Like, the energy they bring, just even when we haven't even played anything yet. It's crazy.
And this is just the start of it all, because this is the first European tour. You did America already. The UK is wild for Lovejoy. What is the next step? Because you said, I want all the people in one room. I think you can do much bigger rooms over here already.
I'd love to, yeah. I'm not sure what the next step is, if I'm honest with you. This is all very new territory to me, and it's something I've been dreaming of doing since I was very, very young. So to have it here at my feet is kind of like, well, hell, what do I do now? Like, I've just got to, I guess from my point of view, all I'm going to do is keep trying to write good songs, keep trying to put out content that will reach people and will connect with people, and then see where it takes us.
Can you combine your online world in your music business?
Fully 100%? I think so. I feel like it's down to your preference, how you go about it. For me, though, Lovejoy has never just been about me. It's been about Mark and Joe and Ash, who are such amazing contributors to the band and are co-writing every song. So for me, it's been less of me trying to combine my internet and my music life, but rather me trying to use my internet life to point people towards what I think is some great work that we're trying to do over here.
But isn't the internet nowadays sometimes a dark place? Because it's also a shithole with all the comments sometimes online. It's a hard place as well. Yeah.
I think you got to have pretty thick skin to deal with a lot of what goes on the internet. That was what I remember telling Mark when he started, because Mark's never really been on the internet much at all. So
I'm like a 40-year-old mum on Facebook, so this is a bit weird for me.
And he's the youngest one in the band. So but yeah, you got to have thick skin, and I think I've built that up over the years of streaming. But you just don't read it. Just look away.
But there is one comment you remember from your early days on, I think. What is the worst comment someone ever made on your work?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I actually have no idea. I think the worst thing anyone could say to me would be to try and delegitimize what we're doing in any way. I feel like that's the worst thing that could be said to me. I can't think of any specific times when that's happened, but I get the vague idea that it has happened, because there is a lot of contempt for people coming from an internet space like me into, this new space, a lot of gatekeeping. And, I just need to prove that I'm worthy enough, that we're worthy enough to sit in amongst the great rock giants that I hope to join one day,
So now you're in the internet world. Is that why the first lyric of Call Me What You Like is, I've never been a fan of the internet?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I much prefer the real world, so.
Welcome in the real world. Lovejoy is finally real.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, we are going to do a little game called name dropping. I give you a topic. You need to say the first thing that comes up. It must be easy.
Oh, dear.
First album you bought ever.
Oh, ELO's, it was actually the best of ELO. It was the first album I bought on iTunes for £10, and I was very happy.
Oh, I think mine must have been like the Now That's What I Call Music ones, like proper back in the day. But like first band, it would have been the Architects record. I forget which one. Lost Together, Lost Forever, I think it is. It's a heavy record, but very good, and I would recommend everyone to listen to it. But,
first Lovejoy show ever. Where was it?
The Unbarred Brewery in Brighton.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Worst Lovejoy show ever.
Ooh, probably the one in Stoke where I lost my voice. I went on stage, I could not talk. So we ended up salvaging it by getting the audience to sing the words instead of me, which worked for a solid half an hour before I got too adrenaline rushed. I started just blasting out with my broken voice to the entire crowd and damaging it even more, I'm sure.
I think my answer for that, though, would be the show before, maybe. As great as the crowd was and all that, Hull was the warmest, and like a sauna. Like the energy in the room was incredible, but like I couldn't breathe up there. Like my whole shirt was completely drenched. It was horrible, but the gig was incredible. It was just too hot for me to be able to handle, I think. So now I have a big fan on stage that cools me down a little bit. So I've learned from my mistakes there. But yeah, no, they've all been so good. I don't think I could actually give the worst one. Like they've all been incredible.
The best one?
Gdansk. Gdansk in Poland.
Gdansk, yeah.
Crowd was sick. Venue was sick.
After that is to Amsterdam, I guess.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, yeah,
I hope so.
hopefully, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't wait.
Hopefully they bring the energy today. I'm sure they will. Like, yeah, it's been incredible.
I'm back in Brighton in May, so what's the best pub to go to?
Ooh, I'm a big Lion and Lobster fan. Big Lion and Lobster
quite
fan.
cute,
How about
yeah.
you, Mark?
Well,
God, this is a complex question
there's
for Mark.
900 pubs to choose from. I've obviously been to all of them. So I really like the Good Companions. It's up by $7. They do the best roast in Brighton. Kind of expensive pints, but definitely worth it. It's
In
really
Europe,
nice out.
the rule is usually don't go to a pub by the station. But
Yeah.
in Brighton, pubs
Some
by
really
the
good
station are pretty
ones.
good usually.
Some really
You can
good
normally
ones,
do
yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, wow. That's a big thing.
Yeah, selling point, I'd say.
The biggest goal for Lovejoy this year?
Ooh, for me, it's to release another EP after this one coming up on May 12th. It's to release a further one before the end of this year.
That would be a bit of a grind.
That is an aspirational goal I'm hoping I can do.
Are the lyrics already penned down or in your mobile phone?
Half of them, yeah, I'd say. I can probably get the rest of them done in the next couple months, and then the rest of the band are gonna hate me as I've got to learn all the songs and record them.
We'll have like 5 days to do it all or something like that with our deadlines. But yeah.
So great to see you here. Next time it's the AFAS Live or the Ziggo Dome, I think, because Lovejoy is doing well.
I can't wait. I hope so. That would be amazing.